Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Melissa Hunt here with us. She's the elder care solution specialist, and he's got this very interesting story because she's an entrepreneur, but then on top of that, like she's providing this amazing service that she will talk about. And yeah, I really sort of enjoyed talking to her before we started recording. So, Melissa, please introduce yourself and your business to our audience.
Sure. So I founded Elder Care Solutions Group out of the COVID epidemic when I was seeing that seniors were not able to make end of life choices for themselves. When the state was making them because they were in the facility, they couldn't touch their family members, they couldn't even get access to some of them, or it was very limited. And I just thought, gosh, for like a last day on this planet, I want to be able to touch the people I love or choose, or at least give them the choice whether they wanted to take that opportunity or not. And so from that, we built this a luxury personal care home where we get to offer our seniors and their families the kind of care that they get to design. And from that, we've found that our ability to serve them is actually what people want because we're not a facility, we're a home and we're a family. And when you think about like, do you want to go into a facility? Overwhelmingly, there's the answer is no. You don't want to, your friends don't want to. There's none of us that wants to. But people want to come into my home. And people actually, when they walk in, will say something like, God, I never knew something like this was possible, or they'll say, "Can I live here too?" And that's the kind of model that people talk about marketing. How do I fill my beds? I don't have to do marketing because it's already something that we want in our souls, and we don't realize it until we see it. So that's the kind of thing that I'm hoping this idea spreads across the country and really takes over so that people can actually get the kind of care and honor that they want, especially if we're talking about end of life, last days on this planet.
Totally, totally. So, I also saw that recently you were on TEDx. Basically, you were speaking on TEDx. So, can you tell us a little bit more about, about your talk and also what's your vision with that, please?
Yes, absolutely. So my talk, TED is a wonderful stage and you get to be above the board with all of your research. And one of the things that I wouldn't put this out here if I wasn't confident in it. Stanford did a study that shows if we take senior care and child care and put them together under one roof, that actually both of those generations thrive. And I think one of the biggest drawbacks that people see is this of this model as its potential of I have to have my kids there. That just feels wrong to me. Um, and what they're missing out on is the incredible value that having our children sitting at the feet of our seniors who actually have a totally different perspective can bring to their lives, not even on a conscious level, but that awareness of this is not permanent. I think it can really start to develop a very healthy sense of permanency and our place on this planet with our youth that I think we've tried to protect them from, and it's not something we can protect them from. Life and death is a fact on this planet. Every single one of us gets to confront it, whether we're very young or very old. And so that is one of the kind of um, misinformation pieces that I love to clear up is that it's actually something that supports us. And to the point where I would love to see one of the homes that's in my model in every neighborhood in this country. And if not in the neighborhoods, at least in the community. And it's something that we have normalized where our seniors get good care and we're able to take care of our children in the same way and really pass down the torch of all of the valuable things that our seniors have to offer us story wise, culture wise, through our children, like directly one on one.
Totally. So I see this definitely is a very interesting concept. And then on top of that, like, how is this actually beneficial, for example, to children and to our elderly? And yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Sure. I'll start at the let's start at the top down. So
Mhm.
starting with the senior population, already when they need care, they are paying thousands and thousands of dollars into a system where they say they're getting cared. A lot of times it's neglectful care. A lot of times it's in a culture with other people who are dying. Really, it's a culture of death and decay, right? If we
Mhm.
go into a facility, no matter how beautiful and clean it is, it just feels sad. And when people walk into my home, very different feeling. It's a
Mhm.
place to come and live, not a place to wait to die. So there's a different culture in my home. They pay me to be their number one caregiver. I do hire employees, but I don't have to filter that through the building or the facility and then all of the different management who may or may not bring value. The different employees, again, that may be fantastic or maybe aren't fantastic. They 100% of their dollars go to 100% great care in my home, and they take care of me, and they expect what I call concierge care. What they want, they get. And I have the freedom to not have to offer cookie cutter care. They don't have to get up at 5 a.m. so that the 6 o'clock shift can be ready for the day. They get to sleep in. They get to have a say what they want to put on the dinner table every week. They get to talk about what kinds of activities they want. If they don't want to do crocheting, that's okay. If they don't want to go outside, they can stay inside. So they get more choice and more freedom in their care. For me, I don't get to take a $15 an hour paycheck. One of the things that I love about the people who I work with is oftentimes they're going from this $15 an hour job to all of a sudden making $15,000 a month. And that is something that it's life-changing money for a lot of people who have poured their love into caring for people for their whole lives and never received the value for what they actually bring to people. So it's not just changing seniors' lives, it's changing caregivers' lives. Then they don't have to make a choice between my son is sick and I have to take a day off and I can't go to work, which means my seniors don't get good care or my child doesn't get good care. Like when Texas froze a couple of years ago, there were people having to make those choices. They couldn't get home to make sure their kids could light a fire in the fireplace, or they couldn't go to work to take care of the seniors. Here, I have my kids and my seniors all under the same roof, and everybody gets taken care of no matter what, right? So it's a beautiful model for them. And then my children, like they've already grown up in knowing that they can be of service and take care of their future. And we're truly legacy building here. I have one child who has been through my program and wants to open a home when he turns 18. The other two, maybe not for them at this point in time, but they sit on the couch with my residents. They hold their hands. They have conversations. They fill the air with laughter, right? They they've become teenagers, so there's a little more sarcasm mixed in with the laughter these days. Um, and I'm not saying everything's perfect because my kids are teenagers and they get to see when I've had to tell my kids several times, pick that up. But it's also something that's bonding towards from my seniors who will say, Mama, I know I've been there. You're doing a great job. Or they'll say, that kid needs a spanking, or whatever it is. It's very connecting and humanizing to be in a family environment, whatever that family looks like.
It sounds healing as well, like it sounds that there's like healing with all this laughter and yeah, compared to some other places that I've seen. Yeah. Okay, so if someone actually wants to connect to you, find out a little bit more about you, how they can do that?
I am on, well, my website is eldercaresolutionsgroup.com, and I have webinars that I run every other week, and I talk to people because I want this is not just a business for me. This is a movement. We want to actually change culture and we want to infiltrate us at the very base level. Um, so reach out to me through my website, come join a webinar, and let me know how I can support you in moving this vision forward. I'm also on Facebook. I have a couple of groups that I manage there. So, but you can look for Melissa Hunt. I'm connected all over the place. And I would just, I would encourage you, reach out. Elder Care Solutions Group is ready to receive.
Wonderful. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, so just to clarify, please, your website is eldercaresolutions.com, and people can just go there and sign up for this free webinar that you're doing bi-monthly. Yeah.
Yes, I do. I want to clarify Elder Care Solutions Group
Group.
dot
Yeah.
com. Yes.
Okay, so just to help everyone, I will include the link in the description of this episode. So if you need to check it out, you can check out the description, and the link will be there. And then on top of that, yeah, just before we go, like, any piece of advice to someone who is maybe like, thinking about going into elders care facility or not, or how they can select the good one or the correct one, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent. What I always tell people is look for transparency. Ask, can I put a camera here? And find a place where you can. I know in my home, I always allow people to have cameras. I don't have visiting hours. If they show up at 9 o'clock at night, I open the door.
Hmm.
Um, the more transparency that you can find, the better. And make friends with the caregivers because those are the ones that are really on a day-to-day basis going to have the ability to make sure that that your loved ones are loved on and receiving the best care possible.
Yeah, they probably like chocolates.
Some of them do, yes.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much for being a guest today. It was lovely to hear this story and also different perspective in terms of the business. And I'm really happy that you're actually expanding, that your plan is to expand this nationally. And I believe actually it can be done internationally as well. So, yeah. Guys, watch out for this space. Melissa Hunt, eldercaresolutionsgroup.com. So, see you all in the next episode. Melissa, thanks for sharing your story. And yeah, see you soon.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.